Welcome back to another episode of What's Hockey. Keaton, it's the finals. We got to talk about it. There are two games played. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what occurred?
So it seems like Florida has been pretty much dominating. Game one, they shut the Oilers out, even though the Oilers did everything but score. They kind of had the most possession. They basically just kind of put shots on goal. Bobrovsky played a hell of a game. I think he break danced on one of the saves and like did a whole flip. It was crazy, but yeah, I mean he pretty much made that game a sure victory. I mean, there's no way because I mean the Panthers probably shot I can't remember, but less than 20 that whole game, and they ended up winning with three shots on, or three goals. Then the next game, a lot more dominating performance by the Panthers, and yeah, seems like they're aiming to shut out the Oilers and probably just take a sweep. But it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens when they travel. Well, I mean, they've already traveled, but at this point, being in Edmonton and having those two games coming up, so they do play tonight. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how that series will play out. Just because, but I still honestly feel like the Panthers still have that edge and will continue to play it with them.
Yeah, I mean, like you talked about in game one, how Edmonton dominated puck control, got more shots on goal. Florida only had 17 shots on goal in that game. And I mean, it
Like
opened crazy
18 on
because,
this one.
like, yeah, you talked about Bobrovsky breakdance, and it started the game with a shot on goal that hits him in the head, and then it falls kind of to the side, and he's got to like fall backwards and try to like get as much of his body in front of the net. And they ended up, I think it was Draisaitl. I forget which Edmonton player it was. He didn't get the puck. He didn't get another shot on goal, but Bobrovsky was just doing everything he could. He played fantastic. And then, yeah, game two, like you mentioned, it's the complete opposite with puck possession. I have the same feeling you do when it comes to the remainder of the series, that if Florida staved off that massive attack that Edmonton had, and now, and in game two, they're the ones attacking, they're aggressive, this shouldn't, it's not going to get to game six. I think maybe Edmonton wins one at home. I mean, they're going to be desperate. McJesus is going to try to come out and go crazy. But no, I mean, I think Bobrovsky, he's just such a difference maker in the net. And Florida's attack, picking it up like they did, I don't see Edmonton coming through.
Yeah. Did you see that tweet I sent you? It's definitely AI. It wasn't him, but there was like this interview with Bobrovsky, and he was like, "Yeah, we won because we don't have Stuart Skinner at net.
I did
I
see
played so
that.
much better than him, and blah blah blah." But
When you sent that,
I mean, it's hilarious.
I wasn't sure if you had thought that it was real. I was like, bro, this is
Oh
so
no,
AI.
no, yeah. Well,
Okay,
his lips are just flapping like
bro.
like old Godzilla movie, basically. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's just pretty funny. I mean, he's been playing a hell of a game. I mean, honestly, the entire Oilers teams just kind of need to take a Tums after these past two games. I mean, they've just been not really playing with much. I mean, the first game they did have much vigor, but they just didn't get it in. They couldn't
Yeah.
get. I mean, Bobrovsky's just playing really well, but yeah, I
Well,
just don't
that's the thing.
understand what's going on.
I mean, like, okay, so in game two, there's the big Draisaitl hit on Barkov. Some people saying it
Big.
was dirty. Florida was really upset about it. Barkov has to exit the game. Uh, I don't know. I just think Edmonton as a whole are not playing pulchritudinous. It's real ugly the way they're playing, but I think they got to get down and dirty. They can't just, they can't, to me, Florida's too fast. They can't skate with them. So, you got to get physical. You got to, I mean, that'll cause some power plays. You don't want Florida on the power play, but they really got to get in their grill these next couple games.
Yeah. I mean, and they only really have Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, and then Zach Hyman within maybe 2 to 3 feet of the goal. So, other than that, they don't really have much playmakers that seem to be scoring. I mean, it seemed like
Was
they
it
came out of nowhere when they were playing the Stars, but I mean, now it just doesn't seem like they're even coming close to coming out. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just sample size because we saw a 6 game series, and so we got to see those third and fourth lines show out more. And I know like Corey Perry was a healthy scratch this past game. The first goal, well, the only goal that they've scored this series was that Ekman Larson or God, I'm sorry, I should have had it ready. But like, as good as that top line is, as top heavy as that talent is, they haven't even scored once. Um, and I mean, it was a power play goal. Who scored it? God, dog, my bad. It was
Oh,
Ekholm.
this past game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say Ekman Larson.
Matthias
Yeah,
Ekholm.
Ekholm.
I mean, McDavid assisted, I'm pretty sure, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that you saw
Yeah.
guys like Adam Enrique. I think he's got to step up more. Yanmark has to step up more. Is Evander Kane even there? Like, I feel like I haven't seen him in a minute.
I mean, it seems like he's just playing the goon role. He's just beating people up and just kind of taking shots when he can. I don't really know if he's actually putting pucks on that. I mean,
Yeah, I
from my
mean,
perspective, I haven't really been seeing. I mean, like the last game, he had 0 shots on goal.
right.
I know he's a bit bigger, physical guy, but I don't know. I mean, it could just be a lot of frustration for him because I know at least with it was either the Vancouver Canucks or the Stars series, but he was, visibly and audibly frustrated in the locker room after like one of the losses.
Yeah.
So it may not be as much of a team player in comparison to the rest of the team, obviously. So, yeah, it could be a factor where he's just kind of a rough edge, haven't really meshed well with the team yet. I don't know.
Hey, and if he has to be a goon and target someone, it sounds dirty again, but they might need to do that. Start targeting people.
I mean,
Although
yeah,
Florida has so many players who can score for them, and so God, I don't know how Edmonton stops that attack. Like I feel like game one they exhausted the tanks, and then game two they couldn't do anything to stop Florida. Like as much as we're saying they need shots on goal,
yeah.
they need to control the puck to do that. I mean, they're doing a dump and chase, I believe, on their first power play, and they do end up scoring on it. But I'm pretty sure they dump and chased on that one too. So I mean, Florida's defense has stepped up and offensively they're controlling the puck in the Edmonton zone. So it's almost like begging Stuart Skinner to win you the game and then hope you pull out a power play goal or something.
Isn't gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, tonight's game in Edmonton, Florida arrived on a delay. There's a 3 hour delay on the way over there.
Oh
Uh,
my,
yeah.
even
Um,
worse.
and
Showing up
maybe
in the
the
worst
Florida
place than that.
Panthers, they were getting a little, their backs were getting cramped up for sitting in the chair so long. I don't know. What do
Could
you
be.
expect for tonight's game? Any score predictions?
I mean, I seem to feel like the Oilers might play with a little bit more veracity, but I mean, I honestly still feel like the Panthers will still have that edge just because, I mean, they haven't really slowed down, and they've played a heck of a series against Boston and the Rangers as well. But yeah, I don't know. I still think they have the edge. Oilers might play a better game. Maybe they'll be a little bit better for game four, but I still think that they'll probably make it in 4 or 5
Could
at this
this be
point.
the battle of the shirtless fan? We know in Florida we have the shirtless
Well, at
kid
least he's not
who,
going to be there in Edmonton playing
mind you,
hopes.
parents, fuck, please clothe your kids. I can't stand looking at this child
Like, why is
wearing
he
a
getting
chain and that's
interviews?
it.
Because he's a shirtless kid. Like, that's
Oh, you know
kind of
why.
weird.
You know why. That kid's going to be working at
I
Barstool in 2 days. Uh, but good God. And then Edmonton
Yeah.
has their own shirtless fan. Against Dallas, we had the woman popping her top off.
Classic.
It's a battle of whoever doesn't want to wear clothes, I suppose. Can the Tatas get it done in this series? That is an awful
Did I
question. I hate
send
that I
you
even asked
that?
that.
It was like a tweet or something, but there was like some interview with her, and maybe it was Barstool or some other people, but they were like talking about how she's getting requests from all over how she needs to save the team or whatever the. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
It's
Yeah,
it's unnecessary. But hey, I mean, when you get filmed for that, she was saying that like, oh, good, we took out like the first video that got uploaded, but like it just came back with a vengeance or something. It's like, yeah, there's
dude.
no way you're gonna get that off the internet.
What is wrong with those fans? Edmonton and Florida. Like, what are they doing?
I mean, you got nothing else to do in Edmonton. I mean, yeah,
Oh God. Yeah, Connor McDavid
just to
doesn't
look
even
forward
like
to
it over
summer.
there. Just look forward to summer. What do you like about Edmonton? Oh God. There's summer over here. Ah, okay. I guess that's not universal.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah. No, man. But when they get back to Florida, put some clothes on that kid. I'm tired of seeing that.
If they
We'll
even get back to Florida.
it,
Well, I mean, I guess they
I do
have to
think
at
it
some
gets to
point, but
game
yeah.
five. I do think it gets to game five. I think Edmonton. I'm gonna throw
I
a
mean,
bold
with how
prediction
they've
out
been
there.
playing, it's honestly feeling like Panthers are just going to kind of sweep them. But I don't
I'm gonna
know.
throw a bold prediction out there. I'm gonna say Edmonton wins
Bold
tonight,
prediction.
and
Oh
they'll probably
man,
lose game four, but I'll say they win tonight by the
nice.
score of give me 3-2.
I mean, you might have that with the delay and all of a sudden just having to be in Edmonton. So yeah, kind of would dampen any spirits, to be honest.
I
But
think honestly, man,
yeah,
they're gonna play hungry. They're gonna be facing a team that's just traveled across the entire continent of North America, essentially. And I
yeah. I mean,
just,
that's what they had to do. So I mean, that's probably why they didn't play so well. So who
although
knows?
game one, just off that trip, they played the better
Yeah.
game. Maybe it was staying in Florida too long. I don't know. But yeah, I do think Edmonton gets one back today. I think so. They're definitely not the better team in the series, but I mean, you're here for a reason. I think they do still have great talent. They didn't show up in game two. They were there game one though. Like they should have won that game. Bobrovsky was just standing on his head. I do think
Not to
Edmonton.
mention the Panthers actually scored. I mean, if they hadn't scored on what the 18 shots that they did, I mean, it would be 0-0. So
Sure. Yeah. So no, and their last goal was it an empty netter or was it an open play goal?
I'm not 100% sure, but I do know the second game they had an empty netter.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't imagine Edmonton coming out lackadaisical. I think they're
Lackadaisical.
lackadaisical. Yeah, no, I think that they're going to be back to their usual ways. I think McDavid's going to go ahead and drop 2 points tonight, and they're going to get it
It
done.
was an empty netter in game one as well.
So yeah, I mean, there was 2 goals allowed in open play. So I just now I think as much as I do think the series is over, it's not over.
And their PK
Like
has been playing really well too, the Panthers,
yes,
especially
and
against
that's the one
Draisaitl and
thing.
McDavid.
They were the best power play unit in the playoffs. Draisaitl and the rest of Edmonton, and so yeah, Florida has stepped up as well. They're playing great when it comes to the special teams. So I mean, credit to them there. That was a huge advantage for the Oilers against the Stars was their power play and penalty kill, and so yeah, I do expect them to pick it up, but they're going to have to do it in open play because, like you just mentioned, Florida's penalty kill has been outstanding.
Yeah, gonna be tough to be scoring on them every
Yeah.
single time.
Oh, 100%, man. But yeah, so I got Edmonton taking it home. Well, they're at home taking a dub tonight, and then you have Florida
Taking a
getting it
dump.
done, taking a dump. You do think it's going to be a sweep?
I mean, it's 4 or 5 games. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know.
I mean, it's hard to blame you for
I
thinking
originally
that.
thought it would be 6 or 7 because I thought that they would play a lot better, but they just haven't really been playing very well.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I don't
Oilers.
have my notebook with me with our predictions. I'll get it ready for next episode. But so we're both thinking that this series will be over before we record again, right? Game
Most
three is
likely. I mean,
tonight. Game four is I just lost it. That's fantastic. Uh,
gotcha.
1 second, but
Or
game four is
Saturday.
Saturday. Game five is Tuesday. So I mean, I think it does go
Tuesday.
to five. If we record on Tuesday, we'll cover the 2 games in between and talk about Game 5 as a preview. If we record next Wednesday, then the series, in my mind, should be over. I think it'll be over in 5 at this point.
Yeah, if necessary, it could be up until Friday, but I don't even think Friday the 21st, that is. But yeah, I don't even think that that'll even happen.
I agree, man. It would take a Florida collapse, maybe a Bobrovsky injury, and every player on Edmonton to go on steroids for that to happen. I don't know. I just don't see it.
Maybe not that drastic, but yeah, just a few
That was a
things to
lot.
happen.
That was a lot. But yeah, I guess yeah, those are our predictions for the upcoming game tonight. And then you say Game 4, Florida wins. I think Florida wins that one as well. So hey, we'll see if our predictions come true. We'll see if Florida keeps on this hot streak that they're on, or if Edmonton can bounce back and create some magic at home. We'll see.
And they were there last year, so I mean they're hungry for it. So I still think that the Panthers are going to get to it. So hopefully we'll see that the Panthers are winning that Stanley Cup by the time I next record.
Hopefully, you're a Panthers fan now, or you just
Yeah,
want to be right.
totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
No, yeah. All right. Well, hey, I think that'll do it for this week's episode. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't, man. Have a good one.
All right. Y'all take care. Peace out.